All right, thanks, Floyd. Good luck.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Gareth Davies of Daily Telegraph. Mr. Davies, you have a question?
Operator, go to the next question. He'll get in queue if he wants to come back around.
Okay, great. Our next question is from Damon Martin, MMA Weekly.
Hey, Floyd, thanks for taking the time today. I was curious, it's been, a very short video, but I was curious if you saw the footage that was released of Conor's sparring session with Malignaggi and what you thought of that, even though it was only about 20 seconds.
I had a chance to see it, and my thoughts is, I think it was real interesting, but a lot of rabbit punching. Illegal rabbit punches behind the head. A lot of shots was illegal. A lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling, a lot of illegal shots. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. But I think that I'm pretty sure the referee is going to be fair on both sides. I want the referee to be fair and treat both competitors, myself and Conor McGregor, treat us both, be even and treat us fair. And I just want to have a good solid fight.
Did you believe that he got the knockdown on Paulie based on the video we saw?
I mean, last time I checked, some may call it a knockdown, some may not call it a knockdown. At the end of the day, it only counts once you get under the lights. That's just the gym. We can't judge. We shouldn't be here judging Paulie, a guy that's been retired and just commentating and traveling the world. Not going to the gym at all, just going in there with a guy who's just working out, an athlete, period, that's just working out, just every day. And honestly, it shouldn't have even went 12 rounds with a young guy that's active.
And yesterday, Floyd, they announced the referee and the judges for the fight. Robert Byrd is a referee that's known for not interfering much in fights, using his voice more than actually stepping in and separating the fighters. I want to get your reaction on that assignment of the referee, and do you think that will play a part in the fight at all? Considering Conor, we saw that video. He likes to clinch. He maybe looking to rough you up. I mean, what do you think about the assignment that you got for the referee?
Like I said, I truly believe the ref is going to do his job. The referee's job is to make sure the fighters that he's keeping the bout clean. And I want to, we're going to have a hell of a fight. Like I said on numerous occasions, building up to this fight, I'm coming straight ahead. So he don't have nothing to worry about. And I look forward to following the Queensberry rules of boxing, and I'm pretty sure he looks forward to following the Queensberry rules of boxing. He had Joe Cortez in his training camp, which is a great thing. Even though he had Joe Cortez in his training camp, I still seen him being extremely dirty. But my job is not to worry about the referee. My job is to go out there and fight and let the referee do his job.
Yeah. Let me add on to that. We're very pleased with the selection of all the officials that we have for the entire card. For August 26th, with the referee included. Nevada Athletic Commission is the best commission out there, and they have the best officials in place, and we're very happy.
And last question, Floyd. The other big thing that came out yesterday, which you've kind of addressed, is the 8-ounce gloves. Obviously, you fought in 8-ounce gloves, but do you think that favors you or Conor more, the fact that they dropped the glove size down to 8 ounces, or how do you think that really affects the outcome of this fight?
I'm not really worried about the outcome. It's more worried about excitement. I understand he's used to fighting in 4-ounce gloves. If you go to my social media page, you'll see what I put out there to the world to see. I said, if you want to fight, and I want to make him feel comfortable as possible. I'm not going to have any excuses, and I don't want him to have any excuses.
Thanks, Floyd.
Our next question is coming from Morgan Campbell of Toronto Star.
Hey, this question is for Floyd. Floyd, what really curious about, now that you're 40, last time you fought you were 38, how has the process of training and recovery changed as you've aged?
It's difficult. It's not really the same. But, I think with age comes wisdom. Knowing your body. When I was younger, and I talked about this media day, just knowing your body. You're young, it's fight. Never let the body recoup or rejuvenate. Whereas I'm older, so resting is very, 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 very important. So I work extremely hard still at the age of 40, but I'm letting the body rest a lot more. And that's why, you guys seen on All Access, you seen I was taking yoga. I have a whole team, that, when I'm resting, they help me keep my body intact and in order.
Okay, so then looking at your interview with Stephen A. Smith from the other week, you said, Connor's a lot younger. I'm slipping. I've lost a step. How much do you really believe that, and how much are you saying that to generate interest in the fight from the standpoint that it seems more even if you can sell the idea that you've slipped?
Well, I'm just being honest. I don't think that I'm the same Floyd Mayweather that I was 21 years ago. Of course not. And I don't think that I'm the same Floyd Mayweather that I was 10 years ago. I'm not even the same Floyd Mayweather that I was 5 or 2 years ago. But I still said that I still have a high IQ in that ring. And I said, experience-wise, it leans towards me. Just period. Most time when I go out there and compete against any fighter, experience will always lean towards me because I have, I've been in the ring and been at such a high level for so long.
Okay, thank you, Floyd.
Thank you.
Our next question is from John Elligon of New York Times.
Hi, Floyd. Last year in that Fight Hype interview, you said when you were referring to McGregor, you were saying, quote, "They say he talk a lot of trash and people praise him for it, but when I did it, they say I'm cocky and arrogant, so biased. Like I said before, all I'm saying is I ain't racist at all, but I'm telling you racism still exists." And I was curious, now that you've been through this press tour and whatnot with McGregor, how do you feel fans, or maybe even others, maybe journalists or others in boxing, how do you feel that they treat you all differently, and do you believe race plays any role in that?
I know the phone kind of messed up. Say it, hello?
I'm sorry. Did you hear the last part of the question?
It just at the end, I didn't hear the end part. You said about the writers in the media.
Yeah, I was saying, now that you've been through this press tour and everything with McGregor, how do you feel the fans, or maybe even others, maybe it be writers or other people in boxing, how do you feel that they treat you all differently, you and McGregor differently, and do you believe that race plays any role in that?
I mean, I don't, I'm not going to even really touch on that anymore. I spoke on that, and I'm going to leave it where I left it at. I spoke about that before. I'm going to let Leonard Ellerby kind of touch on that subject. Because, he's just Leonard, go ahead and touch on that subject.
Yes, and as the things that he was saying, it was, the back and forth banter, it's trash talk, and I'm sure that whatever was left on the press tour, that's where it was at.
Yeah, and I guess
Floyd's focus is fighting next week and putting on a great performance for all the fans across the world. That's where we are at.
Yeah, and I guess I was referring to the comments not necessarily on the press tour, but the ones that he gave to Fight Hype last year, and I think it resonated with a lot of black folks who I talked to in the sense that you spoke to really a double standard that I think a lot of black people in America feel. So I was just kind of curious if you saw that.
And there are double standards out there, but that goes on with anything. There's a high awareness out there that the public. There's a lot of things that goes on. Again, his focus is next Saturday and going on there and putting on an electrifying performance in front of his fans. That's where we're at.
Thank you.